Alright, welcome everybody, welcome on to yet another episode of the Spin to Win Sentinel, right? We are level, what is this, 88 today. And yeah, we're gonna go into Ultimate. Or like rather continue Ultimate, we're gonna do the expansions, right? We're gonna do into, well, Udenborg today pretty much. Do I have the GRIMTOOLS ready over here? Yeah, we have a level 86 Sentinel GRIMTOOLS here. Let's make another like level 88 one, why not, right? Why not make another level 88 here? Real quick for you guys. And then we can start here. I think last time I didn't do that many GRIMTOOLS links, right? Should have done like one or two more, I think. Oh well. Alright, we are ready to go here. Spin a winner. That would be such a German name, I don't know. So yeah, we got some weapon upgrades, right? We have like a searing of accuracy level 90, we farmed some of them last time, and actually even veteran, right? Like, not even elite, like, we went back all the way to veteran to farm these, I think. Because yeah, we got like level 94 ones on... Now, we got level 90, 94 ones on elite, right? And we got this level 71, the Searing of Fury on veteran. So we do have some like pretty good items, so like weapons to use once we hit those levels. Oh yeah, one thing I can show you right now, right? If you have like enough money to, like, if you have at least like 500k iron bits and you would like to save iron bits for other characters, you just go to this guy, right? Like Garrus, Keeper of Iron, and like put your like iron bits on your shared stash, right? And that way, like, you won't lose the iron bits when you die, basically. Just so you know, right, that you can do this. I guess I already showed you at one point, right? I seem to have another like minion stash there. Streamer not watching the stream. And you can't watch and play at the same time, can you? I mean, not play and stream and watch at the same time, I mean obviously you can play this game and watch the stream at the same time. Of course you can do that, right? It's probably like what most of you guys are doing, right? Probably what most of you are doing right now. When you die, my kids get 10 bars of iron bits. Yeah. Let's hope that's not actually gonna be the case though in real life though. But like when it comes to what I've made like with streaming on YouTube so far, yeah, right now I could only like give them 10 iron bits bars basically. And not much more than that. If I die right now. And if I had kids right now as well, I guess. And 62 blooms at least, yeah. I mean, no depth at least, I guess. No depth, how do you say that? Depth? Like, which of those, like, letters is or are silent? The B is silent, right? Like depth. It's a weird word, I don't know. At least to me. Not to be confused with debit, which you also pronounce as debit. What? Deb. You heard the B pronounced deb. Debt or dep or debt. Anyway, we are here. We need to find Nani's stash, the lore node rather, right? Because this will give us the quest to find a stash, and for that one we'll need to get dynamite to open up the way. And the reason why we want to do this quest in Ultimate is, well, if you want to do Lokar, like do the secret quest line to the Celestial Super Boss, secret boss called Lokar, which you want to farm at some point to get your leveling set, then yeah, you have to do this quest as well here, right? So, might as well open up the way already now, I guess, and come back to it later. Forgotten Gods is the last DLC? Yeah, no, Crate is not gonna do any more DLCs. I already said that like a couple of years ago already by now, right? The only like more content DLCs that you're gonna get is from, well, mods. And I mean, our community seasons technically being mods as well. You will also get more content there, I guess. Right? Like, our community seasons aren't only about like a competitive ladder, they're also about quality of life. Next season's gonna be like also about like trading on a website, or like having infinite stash, like website based. And then of course you've already like seen the spoiler of basically getting like a new endgame. On top of like Shadow Realm and Crucible, you can also do like scaling dungeons, right? Basically like the roguelike dungeons that you all like know and love. But you can well, scale them up with different like keys, similar to basically like how Shadow Realm works. And nerfing vendors, we're making you engage more with the actual gameplay. Alright, so unlike Elite and Ultimate, you can actually go a little bit further here in Ultimate, right? And over here there's a smith, right? Arcturus the Cursed Smith. And also lore notes here, I guess if you want to read that one. We're gonna go back to this guy later, right? Because he's like part of the like Lokar questline, basically. Like hidden questline, so to say. Diablo Immortal? Oh yeah, it's coming out like tomorrow, or actually today on mobile and tomorrow on PC or something like that. You guys gonna play it? Are you hyped? Are you hyped for Diablo Immortal? Pretty sure everybody's super hyped in this chat, right? I mean, Atakan is actually gonna play it, right? And, I mean, some other people are also gonna play it. Maybe we should play it as well, just to like shit on it. I mean, maybe it's actually a good game. Like, you never know, right? You never know, right? Even Blizzard games can be sometimes good, I guess, maybe. Speaking of items, though, we got a Mythical Combustion Band. I mean, this is one of the best fire rings in the entire game. And for this build it would be insane, right? Flat fire damage, percent fire damage, attack speed, health. And more importantly, you have 8% resistance reduction that like stacks with all other sources on its proc. Like, this is a really good ring. Question is now, how do we fit it in? I think instead of the level 50 living ring, we're gonna fit it in, right? So we're gonna lose Vitality and Bleed Rust. I mean, that's totally fine, right? That's totally fine, actually. So, goodbye Rune Card of Readiness and hello Mythical Combustion Ring, right? Even though this one has like percent health, right? 9% health even, it's quite a lot. This one has actually overall more health, because like it gives us flat health. And then Oathkeeper has like percent health scaling, so like the more like flat health is kind of like more valuable on gear, so to say, right? Yeah, like just get Korvax brand, right? And just get Mythical Combustion Ring, like just get it, right? Like, I don't know. This is totally not stream RNG right now. Totally not stream RNG right here. Oh yeah, also get Alazra's Ruby, right? I mean... okay, at least this one is a blue item, like it's not quite as rare. But like Alazra's Ruby, right? Combustion Band, Eternal Band, and Korvax brand. I mean, just get all the brands, right? Only wear the best brands. Only wear the easiest to get brands as well. Right? It's only like 50k, like it's cheap, right? Everybody can buy it. I mean, what? Yeah, Rakango, welcome, welcome. Did I? Oh no, never mind. Yeah, I mean, this is so freaking good, holy shit. Haven't been on Twitch, just watching some Brood War sometimes. Good thing Rick is playing the soundtrack. It's actually not Brood War though, this is Starcraft 2 music this time. But yeah, it's pretty good as well. Would it be possible to increase the drop rate of dungeon boss MIs in the scaling dungeons? So there's incentive to farm Nightbringer and the Omega buff to Morgor dungeon. Morgdrogen dungeon? Morgonath dungeon? I'm not sure. I gotta ask Stan. I mean, there will be an incentive for sure. There will be at least an incentive in the form of, well, you getting comparable loot to Shadow Realm, right? From like, I would assume some like new chests at the end of those dungeons, or like chests that are gonna like be put there to replace the old ones that are there right now. Not the main chest in the middle, but like probably some other like side chests that are kind of garbage right now, and you can just like make them scale, right? Something like that should work. But I'm not. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure if you can like. I mean, there probably is a way. And doesn't the game right now also like amplify drop rates of items on bosses, like going from normal to elite or to ultimate? Or maybe it doesn't actually, I'm not sure. I would have to ask Stan about that, like he knows that, like those scripts better than I do. Oh boy, we also got a Tainted Heart and an Ugnenborg leather blueprints, right? Like those are just very, very, very good for endgame, for components, right? These are like the components you want to use later on, right? Like Bloodied Crystal, Ugnenborg leather, Tainted Heart, for example, in your metal. And then there's some rarer ones that we're maybe not gonna get as easily, like Tainted Heart, Titan Plating, Living Armor, and so on, right? Sacred Plating. Did I say Titan Heart? That's not an actual item. Yo, Mykolos, welcome in. Theos, welcome, yes. How you doing? Is this weapon playable? What weapon is that? Flesh Warped Carbine. Honestly, I don't think so, but maybe you can find a way. It seems overall pretty bad though. Yo, Plasma, how you man? How's your day? Welcome, welcome. More meat for the stew. More luck for more items. Right, for my drops.
Welcome. I thank you. If you what I care.
She cares though, she said. So what do? We have this maxed out, we have this soft cut, right? Where do I put my points next? Do I max out second right? I mean, I want more HP, but like this one, it's only gonna give me like 1% more. Actually, there's still 2% at 12 points. Maybe I still get that, because like, honestly, Sentinel is such a squishy class when it comes to like HP pool, at least. Like, I really want like all the flat or like percentage HP that I can get. I'm doing alright. Doing alright. It's good to be streaming and seeing you guys. Spectral War Shield was nerfed at some point, right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, but that's like a long time ago, kind of. Hey, we got Kuba. Should we try Kuba? I mean, Kuba is one of those Nemesis monsters. He's usually like the one that you find, like meet first, because like getting Nemesis with beasts is like amazingly easy compared to all other factions, as you can see, right? Despised, hated, despised, Nemesis, hated, despised. Yeah. Kuba is not that hard, honestly, compared to some others. He used to be harder. You only have to like not stand inside his pools for too much, otherwise he gets like healed all the time. But yeah, to answer your question, Hex Spaghetti, Spectral War Shield is probably like Retaliation, Drain Essence, Oppressor, / possibly also Death Knight is overall like still fine, I think. It's certainly not like as broken as it used to be, like it got nerfed quite heavily compared to like how broken it was at some point. But it's still like a completely viable build. Like, it was just so broken that like even though it got like nerfed heavily, it's still fine. That's how broken it was, basically. Holy shit. Oh, this is not looking good. I'm not even fighting Kuba and already got my ghoul procced against Yeti, so what the fuck? What am I doing here? What's the cooldown on this? 30 seconds? Okay, let's wait like another, I don't know, 10 at least. 15. Yo, Machtgecko, welcome. Okay, the secondary class just get Blood Reek and Curse of Reality. Yeah, kinda. That's all you always do. Okay, he actually just dies like super quick. Because he's actually kind of weak to fire damage, right? Like fire damage hurts him quite a bit. I mean, he's just dead, right? Okay. And these Nemesis have a trove that has some pretty decent loot usually. You can even get a Titan plating blueprint, for example. Like, blueprints are dropping like candy from these Nemesis troves, honestly. And that's pretty good, right? Like, Titan plating is really good endgame component as well. He also can drop pants, right? I mean, he always drops pants, like in this case, Cubocabra's leg guards, Star of Dreek's Gaze. I mean, in general, Nemesis leg platings are very good, really good. This one for this build, not so much. And you also have a chance to get like these warrants. I mean, warrants are basically like a way for your secondary characters to gain infamy even quicker. I have no idea why you would want that for the Beast faction though, like it's really not necessary for Beasts, but oh well. That streamer luck, Jesus Christ. Yep. Just get it. Oh yeah, for the quests, right? Just like a normal. I gotta kill this lady again. I'm gonna do this like in advance here, because you can do that. Not even a warrant, a war ant. Fuck off. But yeah, Kuba dies really quickly on firebolts, especially if you make sure to not stand inside his pools, and to make sure that you're not getting slapped too heavily, which is why you kinda, again, like want good armor and good fizz res, which I guess for my level it's like okay-ish, but it's not really like great right now. It could be so much better. I mean 1.5k is just like, I guess fine for level 85. I mean once you are level 94, you're gonna get a pretty big armor like increase usually. Magi is probably around 100k on top of that. The Magi Devotion, I mean. Yeah, Magi Devotion has tons of damage. Top of my like 193k damage right now, yeah. I mean Magi from like, you put Magi under Guardians, right? Because like then the Magi like Volcanoes burn damage also like stacks because of like two different sources. At least like for two Volcanoes it's gonna stack. Or like rather for more than two. Because like it has only 2-second recharge from in the first place. Do I have this on Guardians? I do, right? Yeah, of course, that's how you do it. Whee. You're gonna badge? Alright, Jafar, see you around, man. Yeah. It's always kinda late for you, right? Like my streaming time. Thanks for stopping by, nevertheless. Take care, man. Alright, second part of the bog, we gotta find Sevaria in the undergrowth. By the way, Mike was actually talking about chest-only runs the other day, when I like brought him some like dinner for like in his basement, right? Like how do chest only runs, like I think it's like a thing in Diablo 2, right? Like how do they work? Like you can only loot items from chests, right? Or like you're only allowed to like use items that are like looted from chests. Would that be interesting in Grim Dawn as well? I mean, it basically means like no mods and frequents. And like less loot in general as well. The fuck is wrong with me streaming at these ungodly times? Is this like when you usually just wake up? Aren't you, I mean, you're German as well, like what the fuck, it's like 5 PM, dude. What do you mean ungodly times? Do dungeon chests count? I mean, that's kind of like the thing also, like what counts as a chest in Grim Dawn? Like does a tree stump count as a chest in Grim Dawn? I mean technically it's a chest, Or like when you like click on a corpse, like that's technically also a chest. At least like it's coded as a chest. SR chests shouldn't count. I mean, you're not gonna like... I'm not gonna do a run that far, probably. Oh, you mean because like in general, because you can get like MIs from those chests, right? No, I would probably just like not play SR at all. Like just ignore SR. So something like this, like Exalted Stash here is like the best you can get, basically, more or less. We just got this Storm Bearer staring us, but... Crucible 1 to 100. Now, I would just play the game, right? Not Crucible or like SR at all. Yo, Mr. Engineer, welcome in, welcome in. And ZQ Karam is here as well. Is acid dot for poison or vice versa? Acid is flat damage and poison is the dot. But yeah, they're other than that like the same damage type basically. Like poison is the dot of acid. Yellow base only? You mean like white base only? Like Preservers, or like Redeemer is not even yellow base, it's white base. Yeah, double rare white. Yellow base, because like yellow base are crafted items, right? Like stone plate grease for example are yellow base. Those are yellow base items. And that'll basically be what like a chest only run would be, right? Like, I mean, chest only would also be 30% lose, I guess. Das ist in so einem Jahrestagplan. Wow. I feel like I'm in multiple relationships since I've been streaming on Twitch. I feel like I'm in multiple relationships with like random chatters. Dying Hermit being one of them. Alright, we already killed Silvara, right? Like, no need to look for the other two spawn locations, but we wanna not miss out the traveling witches, right, that got captured. So like over here somewhere. Random chatter.
Good, you're back.
Isn't that like what I call you in bed? I mean what? Yo, Neomort, thanks for gifting a sub to Dying Hermit. Thank you so much for your support, man. Why the fuck you? Well, dodge this, right? Dodge this. I appreciate it a lot, Neomort. Thank you so much, man. Very much appreciate it. You come here once a month to fuck with me? Dude, that sounds so fucking wrong, man. As our only playthrough. Can't even loot the campaign, not even Francis's gun. Dude, how do you get to level 2 then? What? How do you get to level 2, man? Do you level from like normal mobs in SR as well? Don't you like get experience only after you clear the first boss room? Like, how do you clear the first boss room at level 1? Without any loot? Is that even possible? Like in any way? Mythical Molten Walkers. Are these better than Stonehive Preserver, Threads of Haste? I mean, they're not even better, right? They are not even better. Also got some Living Rings. Like, Living Rings could still be honestly really good if I get like a really good one. And like, Empowered Eternal Band is not a mythical Eternal Band, but it's still only empowered. So it's not like really the endgame item that we want in the end, really. What is this? Mark of Infernal Misery. I mean, it would be nice if I didn't need Mark of... like, Korvax's brand, rather. Are these gloves? Mythical Inscribed Bracers, no attack speed. Rip. Glyph of Disorder. That's honestly a really good like movement ability. I should like craft it right away, to be honest. That's really nice. Disorder. Needs 1 ward stone. It's basically like a teleport, but has like really low cooldown and it's pretty good. It's not quite as good as Distortion, or what is it? Displacement actually. Displacement is like the best teleport rune. Disorder is like the second best basically when it comes to like CDR at least. And we're not proccing anything with this anyway, so like, that's fine. The reason I like these teleports, like, they're so smooth and feel so good. It's really nice. Light weapon, need to get to level 2 with that weapon. Yeah, you start with like a club, right? You can level while being naked. Oh, right, yeah, true. You can level, right? You just cannot loot the campaign, okay. Yeah, okay, so. I mean, you can get to like level 2 easily then. And then, I mean, skills carry you like damage wise anyway. Like just play Blackwater Cocktail, for example, right? Mythical Spell Gaze. Wasn't Michio like looking for this for like half a year? And I get at level 89. No fresh account. I mean, I don't need it for the spell, but it's like a Penetis item. But the RNG can be really interesting sometimes, right? Was you and Michio then? I know he was looking for it like 100% as well, all the time. You still don't have it? Holy. It's a rather rare random drop, I guess, yeah. Shit, dude. There's an elite in here. Didn't see him. And also I should, I mean, I have like enough devotion points, right? But you should always do all the shrines on a fresh account because of the print drop chance, right? So let's get that Vengeful Wraith? Vengeful Wraith, right, there we go. I'm out of crystals, what the hell? Literally 0 crystals. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. Really great pants. Legends say these pants are really great, right? You need to kill Krieg to unlock Asar. Right. Oh, so you need to kill Krieg in white starting gear. I mean, that's also fine, I think. Like, as long as you can use skills, it's totally fine. Okay, dude, what is this playthrough, man? I didn't hack the game, I promise. I guess we have our endgame medal as well. We literally have our best in slot endgame medal. Can't use it, unethical. And I've been using the non-mythical one already. Might as well use the mythical one as well right now, right? I don't know what to say. I mean, you can also use Direwolf Crest instead, of course, right? Like, Direwolf Crest is the same. Just a tiny bit worse. But it also, like, allows you to dual wield. Either of those two works.
You strike me as somebody with an open mind. Tell me, shall we be friends? Alright.
Alright then. Time to find food. I mean, what? Time to help some innocent people.
A blessed welcome.
The relic we have isn't that good. Endurance? I mean, the relic we have is still better than any, like, dual wield relic that you could use if you didn't have, or like that you had to use if you didn't have Cortex Sprint, right? Like, endurance is still better than that. It has like freaking 5% Physical and plus on all skills. Like, what more do you even need, right? What more do you even need? Nobody reacts to you killing a Ravager. Yeah. That is actually kind of weird, yeah. There should be like the people in Volcanic Manor when you kill the Serpent King, right? When you didn't choose to become part of the family, but instead you killed him. Together. We'll devour the very gods together. Physical Devastation is good. Like Space Scorch set? Yeah, it's pretty good. I would say it's pretty good, yeah. It is a fine build for a Battle Mage. Dude. Wendigos and their devos, man, I'm telling you. Like, what is this? Resistance reduction across the board, like, crazy. Super crazy. Yo, Black Raven, welcome on, welcome on. And Rick Bellig, how you doing? Open the chest. Okay. This dual wield looks like it's doing very more damage than Captain America's shield throwing. At this level, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's also squishier there. Right. Aegis balls would probably be tankier at this stage as well. Like, you have a shield right if you're playing Aegis. And shield always makes them tankier. Yo, Trash Can Man, welcome, welcome. Okay, let's go into the mine, right? In the mine, we're gonna kill those 6 crabs, right? That we have to kill. Yeah, SSF Aegis is just... I mean, Aegis is insanely strong endgame, I feel like. But while leveling is a tad slow. Definitely slow. There's more pit creepers over here. We wanna like kill 6 of these pit creepers, otherwise the quest will not complete. Was it fun while leveling already in the Lightning Ages? I mean, you have like a monster frequent fire Aegis as well, right? At least in Mammoth, right? There is like a shield from the Mammoth resistance. Ah, you were doing lightning grasping vines alongside it. Yeah. Kinda like overshadows it, I guess. At least for like the early levels. I mean, lightning grasping vines also kind of falls off, I think. Even with the EMIs, but yeah. It's pretty strong early. Like, I mean, the entire like grasping vines is just like very strong early again. More electrocute than lightning. I mean, yeah, that's kind of like the idea as well, the grasping vines. Or at least like what the items are made for grasping vines. Okay. Let's go back to Bearhole. Try Sigil Bolts, they're OP. Sigil's pretty cool, yeah. Pretty strong. I feel like for leveling, Sigil's also kind of slow though, right? Because, I mean, yeah, it's just not mobile, right? It's like a damage circle that is stationary, so... It's gonna be a little slow. Just because of like how the item works mechanically. Wait, what? Oh, oops. I will clear out the mine. Did I not get all 6? Fuck, wait. If this happens to you, right, don't click accept on that quest. Go back and kill the remaining ones, because if you accept it, then it's gonna like reset down to 0, like 0 crabs killed, and that's not what you wanna do. Because then you have to like reload the game and walk everything again, right? So let's see here. I might have like, I mean, I must have missed like 1 or 2 spots where they spawn. Like in this corner probably. Yeah. There they are. Should be enough now, I think. Classes without movement skills. Where am I going? Over here. Let me put on the light real quick. It's not really that late, but it's just yet another like rainy summer day because this is Germany, right? And it's always kind of like rainy here, I guess. So it's getting a little bit dark because of all the clouds. Imagine not being a warlord, but like, yeah. Fucking warlords, man.
I am thorough that we've always had.
Alright, let's deal with Laria. Laria was over here, right? Germany has bipolar weather like here in Ohio. In Ohio. Okay, do I get more HP here? Yeah, I do actually. Alright, like the even points still seem kind of worth it actually. You will play Sigil Oppressor. Sigil Oppressor, Paul.
I don't know.
Playing a class without Sigil, with Sigil. Nice. Yo, Luxy, welcome in. Is Warlord the key to success for Season 4? I sincerely hope not.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left. See you around.
What is the shield to success?
You done? Eve of rap.
Alright, now the hearts, right? The hearts that we can gather are... Well, 2 of them are gonna be in the bog, right? And actually it's better to usually start here, because there's one spawn location where you can get 2 Wendigos at once. That is like, you go to the middle rift here, and then you go south, and then in this area over here, right in this corner, you can get 2 Wendigos at once, and then you like basically save yourself some time, right? Also, like, you see the totem, you flip the totem, right? At least when you're like strong enough to clear them out. Which I mean you should do, right? You should at least have like enough DPS. Mythical Worm Scale. Now these are good, right? Pierce. Poison. I mean, they're good. Do I want to use them right now, though? I'm not sure, actually. Okay, so you have a chance to spawn both of them here. I didn't get either of them. Oh well. Yo, Illuminator, welcome on, welcome on. An actual stream? A rare rectal stream, right? How you doing, man? Haven't seen you around in the last couple of streams either, though. Or, wait, I mean, I guess you were like here every now and then. Not sure, actually. I feel like I basically didn't stream the last couple of days, even though I did actually like stream my usual like 3 times a week. But I feel like either the streams were so short or I don't know. Not even starting with 4 hours of GRIMTOOLS SMH my head. Yeah, the IRL stuff to do. Yeah, I feel you, man. Alright, the other spawn locations for this Wendigo should be around here, and there he is. Right, there he is. At least one of the two. Yuvalov's heart. Alright, let's go over here. And then we... find the other Wendigo that can spawn, for example, also here and here. And I mean, there he is. Are you busy with like uni or other stuff? And then number 3 is in the Gloom World. Alright, you can go basically to this middle rift gate as well, and then like go southwest. And here's like a couple of spawn locations, like I think here, 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 around the houses as well. Make sure to like check out all these like spots around, yeah, like here, this area basically. And you will be able to find them there. Okay, so not here, right? Other stuff for now, but you also gotta do stuff for Ini. Okay, I mean, there he is. And he's getting healed by these Wraith speakers, or rather the Bloodsinger, right? I think the Bloodsinger can heal, it's not the Wraith speaker. He's busy with Yumi. Not Uni. Yumi.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Dude, sometimes I wonder if I shouldn't have studied computer science as well. But then I remember like how smart you are, and then I'm like, I mean, I guess I could also do it, but Anyway, so there's technically like one last quest here, which basically is like to summon Ravager. Well, if you summon Ravager, you're gonna like summon an NPC here similar to the Avatar of Mokjogan over in the valley next to the shrine, right? And he's like one of these Celestial super bosses. So we're gonna skip him for now, right? Because like we're just gonna die if we try to fight him right now. Like literally just instantly die. Yeah.
You've reached a future. The altar of Ratoshi.
I mean, I have friends who also like studied computer science, and they'll tell me like all the time, like, why the fuck aren't you doing it as well?
I've been expecting you, human.
Yo, Grim Reaper, welcome on. Thanks for the sub, man. How you doing, man? All your friends to that comp sci are making bank now? I mean...
Just the person I'm looking for.
Holy. Yo, Grim Reaper, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs to Adios Ocelot, Island Stones, Salvor, Cartongs, and Crab Turtles. Congratulations, guys, on receiving a gifted sub by the Grim Reaper. Thank you so much for your support, man. I mean, in the long run, right, or like in the future as well, I feel like all other, I mean, okay, not all, but like many other fields are gonna become like less and less important, at least compared to computer science. Like it's always gonna stay and probably become more important than it is right now, and it's already like omega important right now, but like it has become like super important compared to like where it was like 30 years ago. So yeah, I mean, it's never wrong to study that at any point, I would say, from now on. Illuminator, look at this luck, right? I'm a dual-wield Sentinel. I can only dual-wield because I found Korvak's brand at like pretty much around 75, and that's level 75, actually 58 metal. Then I got Mythical Combustion Band, right? At level 88. I got Alazra's Ruby at level 86, I think. And I have like mythical Wormscale foot guards, and I also found mythical Kovacs brand. Like, hashtag just get the items right. I don't know what to say, man. It's another typical like streamers run, I guess. Typical streamers like run. Outcast Inferno. Which faction do I need to go for like the proper fire damage augment? I think it's actually Barrowholm, right? For like Ravager's Rage or something like that. I think it was Ravager's Rage, actually. Yeah, Ravager's Rage is flat fire with damage, with resistance rather, and percent fire damage, right? You kind of want to get that one. Or I guess Solaris Vision, which is the same, just like health instead of flat fire. And honestly, flat fire, I mean, it's good for our reckoning, but not like super good. And health would also be very nice for this build. I mean, I'm currently also like using percent, I mean flat health rather.
See anything you like?
What do these guys have here? They have like... I mean, I guess they have Witch's Black Flame, which is like health and fire damage as well. And stun rest. I mean, I really don't need stun rest right now, but it's like... certainly better than an Outcast Inferno, which is fire rest. Right, certainly better than that. And yeah, it's time to use Searing of Alacrity over here. Oh, this is for rings, I'm retarded. Oops, imagine reading. Imagine reading. Okay, never mind then. What's endgame set? There's no set for Fire or Reckoning, I think. And you can use, what's it called? The Justice set, I guess. You could use that one. But you don't have to. You can just like play without set. Like all you need is basically like, well, Kovacs brand, or like anything to do with it. You can also like use the relic until then, until you get it. And then like dual Rift Claw slices, right? That's kind of all you need. And then just like whatever fits the build, right? Hey Scarbooboo, hey Honey Badger, welcome in guys, and Bubba Dashwall is here as well. Ravager Hammer then. I mean, yeah, like Fetten Mask into Ravager Hammer. You can also do Oculus Visage, I guess. There are, I think, Valorant shoulders that have like +3 of Reckoning. You wanna pick those, right? And then I'm using like Solar for now, I think they're fine. I'm using Flesh Warp Plate Mail because they have like +3 RR, like +3 vulnerability, right? It's like RR for Occultist. And I'm using these glass just because they have like +2 hour reckoning. But yeah, you can like get plus skills are reckoning on shoulders later, and then you like just get like, I don't know, fire gloves with like attack speed, I guess. I mean, DPS is still like good, right? Like we have what, 200k? Just like that? I don't know. It's pretty good. Farming Valorant though? Yeah, it's not that fun. That's true. Does the cosmetics wing mod work? I have never tried that before. I have no idea. I can't answer that. General rule: when to pump your second mastery to 50. General rule, not really. No. I would say, I mean, you can pick your second mastery at level 10 or like later or early. I mean, you can't pick it earlier than 10, but like you can pick it at level 10 or a little bit later, right? If you want to be like extra safe and you're following like usually like a beginner build that's like very straightforward, then you can most of the time just like max out your first mastery up to 50 before like even picking your second mastery. Second mastery to 50 depends a lot on like what you want to do, right? What you want to do with the stats here, with other skills you want to max out. It's very individual, I would say. For example, if you're playing Occultist secondary like I'm right now, there is really nothing I get from my build that does anything after level like 32, right? So I'm stopping at 32 for now and probably gonna keep it there unless I have like spare skill points later that I don't put to my like passives, because like the value that you get from those overcap points or like whatever points that I'm putting there is rather low. Then you can put still more points down here just to get like more, you know, stats. And that is generally also, like, generally getting stats is never bad. But there are some classes where like stats are worse and others where they're better. Occultist is one of those classes where like stats aren't that amazing, I would say. It's like kind of mediocre. Necromancer is similar. Arcanist is also kind of bad with stats. They give you just like low health, and yeah, that's what most of the stats. I mean, physique cunning and spirit is also like sometimes good to like equip gear and so on, right? Like for example, me being Occultist secondary, I never have to like put anything to spirit to like wear my rings, for example. And if I had like less spirit and I needed more, I could like put more points to the bar to just get spirit, right? But yeah, in the end, like it depends a lot. I would say 32 points is what you always go in your second mastery, right? I don't think there's a single build that has like less than 32 points in a second mastery, like any proper build at least. But yeah, many builds go to 40 or 50. And yeah, also if you're starting out with a mastery that doesn't have an exclusive or like doesn't have the fitting exclusive for your build, and the other class has it, then well, you're kind of like forced to go for 50 for your second class, of course, as well. That is very much true. Alright, I wanted to get an augment, right? Which one though? Just get like Solar's Radiance again for now. I mean, why not, I guess. It's fine. Wolf Knight was asking, what do you think is the class that needs the least gear to do well in hardcore? Yeah, Warlord doesn't really need much. And Warlord also has easy to get gear on top. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, even though you don't necessarily need that much gear, you still get gear rather easily.
Now that you ever since the Ugdenbog fed.
Oh. I have blooms, right? Like, who doesn't have blooms, right? Imagine not being a bloomer. There we go.
Do you perfect deep beneath
Perfect,
the
yeah.
hood?
That's what bloomers are, right? They're perfect.
Our matron Melissa.
Bloomers are perfect. Okay.
Go right, it up, not far.
I mean, I wouldn't say like Warlord is always the one and only answer, but Warlord is a very, very strong answer, for sure. Yeah, Warlord is just over... It's honestly... I mean, the class has good synergy by itself, but it's also over-geared. Like, I feel like the game has too many items for Warlord compared to like other classes. Or like, just a shit ton of items for Warlord, I feel like. Which is fine if the class was like, not as good as it is. But yeah, as it stands, it's pretty good. It's pretty OP. Alright, at level 91, like between level 91 and 100, right, you're gonna get only one skill point per level from now on, right? It's only like more, like 10 more skill points and then like some from like other quests that we're gonna get from now on. The question also is, where do I even put those points? Second to right, maybe? Compare Warlord to Witchblade of Water or Commando. Yeah, I mean, all those other classes that you just mentioned are good classes as well, but for endgame they have like I don't know, like 2 or 3 builds and not like 10 like Warlord. Right. I mean, maybe not only 2 or 3, like all classes have at least like, I don't know, 4 or 5 usually that are somewhat decent. But still, Warlord has like, yeah, at least double the amount of builds. Warlord set is so good as well. Yeah, I mean, you know why? Because like people who give feedback in the forum, right? They're usually like Crucible or Shadow Realm like tryhards. So they play like the good builds, right? Of course. And they also play then like other sets for the same classes, and they're like, well, this set compared to that set on the same class is like garbage. Because of that, it needs to be buffed, right? And then like creators like, okay, makes sense, and then they buff it. And then you end up with like 20 sets that are all good for the same class, except for like, I mean, instead of like having, I don't know, other like sets for other classes that are not being played buffed. Because of that, like for example, Octavius, which was like considered bad, as in not quite as broken as some other Warlord sets, also got like buffed recently again, right? Because yeah, it wasn't like as good as the other like Warlord sets, for example. Cold Definer set, man. Cold Definer, what the fuck? I mean, in general, there's like nothing wrong with like balancing sets, right? I mean, it's not bad to do that. Definitely not. But there are some other sets that are just like, how do you even play Hauras, man? How do you play Hauras set? People are like, it's not that bad copium, right? I mean, it's freaking horrible still, even though like it maybe like got buffed at some point, at one point. But I mean, people don't actually like, holy shit, post feedbacks for those like sets because people don't play them. They just, the sets are so bad that people don't even bother posting feedback because they don't want to play it because it's so bad, right? Like usually people either like play good builds or like maybe like average builds, but they never like even play the bad builds, and then they like give feedback on the good builds or the average builds, and like the good builds get buffed, the average build get like, I mean, the good build gets nerfed and the average build gets buffed maybe. Or like the actual bad builds, like they don't even like looked at. Yo, Landspeaker, welcome on, welcome on. Yo, Marcus, probably big fat link. Definitely pretty good. And yeah, the Namadea's metal is just like stacked with stats. Like the second you can make use of its like weapon damage, or like of its flat damage, like it just adds like flat damage left and right. Now compared to Lagoth Axe, like I think Lagoth Axe only has Pierce Rush, and Namadea's has like a ton of flat damage. So like whenever you're like using weapon damage based abilities, Namadea's is just better, right? Like straight up better, and it has conversion on top. So like it's like Lagoth Axe is like not that bad either, but it's like only better than Namadea's if you well, don't have percent weapon damage beginning abilities really, and if you don't need it, like the conversion from like Namadea's. But yeah, many builds want that conversion and the flat damage, so they use Namadea's instead. Alright, Ekadzul on ultimate, please don't stand inside volcanoes, right? I mean, you might think stand in fire DPS higher, but also stand in fire, you're just dead, right? He says as he's standing in fire. Also, this guy is highly fire resistant, so like he's literally harder than Kubakabra. Pretty much. At least for a firebolt. In general, like, he's not that hard. Zulu's a meme. Yeah, he is, kind of. Unless you're a firebolt and he has, like, crazy amounts of fire resistance. You realize, you know, fuck all about this game when I watch React and listen to him talk about the game. I mean, I've been playing this game for a bit, and also chat has been, like, helping me learn as well. Like, if I wasn't streaming, I wouldn't know some things as well, honestly, because the game can be a little bit confusing sometimes, and yeah. Chat has actually, like, helped me in the past quite a bit to also become, like, a better player. I like to understand the game more, at least. Alright, this void area is always kind of scary, really. Don't listen to chat, it's debate. Wait, Soul Catcher? Oh, the amulet? Right. Oh my god. My movement ability didn't work. I got stuck. Dude, fuck oppressors, man. Like, fuck oppressors. I'm telling you. Fuck these Chthonians, man. They're like some of the hardest shit you can face in this entire game. It's so stupid. You're over 2k hours, but you don't math. I mean, math is pretty crucial for understanding ARPGs, to be honest. Like, they're pretty math heavy compared to some other games. I mean, not necessarily for, like, playing the game, but, like, to like, understand the game, or, like, to understand how to, like, build builds and so on, right? Oh, yeah, I always do that as well, yep. I usually always do that. I did actually not on this build so far. You're very much right about that, Cyber. Decree, greater bone spike, greater unblock holder. Oh yeah, decree. Yeah, decree for totems is just stupid now. I mean, it was good in general before as well, but like why does it give totems lifesteal now? It's just crazy now. Ugdenborg Howler, really? Didn't know the Howler was that good actually. Fuck math, just do math instead. Oh. Alright, guy died. Arcane died. Okay. I mean, to be fair though, I feel like for this build at least, this part is like one of, if not the scariest part of this entire act. Because like oppressors with their like HP reduction aura, they're just ruthless. Like this build has barely any HP in the first place. They're like down to, I don't know, 0 HP. Oh yeah, by the way, I should have totally bought... I fucked up kind of, honestly. I should have like totally bought the Writ with Barrowholm, right? The second I had Honored. But I didn't, because Barrowholm has like really good augments for my build.
It's good to see the sun again. You're right. Oh,
It is good indeed to see the sun. Alright, let's go to Barrowholm real quick and buy the Writ, so that I get like more reputation from killing Chthonians, for example. If the metal 30% ally to it is so good on that build for Soul Harvest, then why don't we use Lagoth Axe Girdle for 60% more? I mean, it's not that good on that build though.
Come see what's
Wait, what is this build? Yeah, like it's not that good for that build. I mean, I literally told you earlier, like, for if you're using more weapon damage than that build, then getting the conversion for Soul Harvest is even more important, right? And I also told you that like Lagoth Axe is just as good or maybe even better on that particular build, because it's basically a caster and not a...
give you a good price on one of
It's not really like a weapon damage based build, it just happens to use like Bone Harvest as well, but it's way more of a caster in general.
see anything you like?
But yeah, if you were like a proper weapon damage based build, then yes, also that Lagoth Axe build would be really nice. Have I done many familiar builds? Familiar as in the Raven? Or like commonly known builds, or not sure what you're exactly referring to right here. Family friendly? Family friendly builds? I only do 18 plus builds, yeah. Ah, the Raven, okay. Have I done a Raven build? I think I haven't actually. Because, I mean, the Raven is not bad, like you can play Bismuth set, for example, that's really good. I just personally don't like the pet playstyle that much in general in Grim Dawn. Or like, I mean, it's not about me not liking pets in Grim Dawn, it's rather about like me not liking pet builds in general, like in any game. I think they're pretty good and like well made in Grim Dawn, but I don't know, I don't really like the playstyle in general. But yeah, I mean, I know builds that have used Ravens, like, you know, there's for example this Bismiel Beastcaller Conjurer build, right, that's like really good. Like, those builds are really good. You think pets in general in Grim Dawn are badly made? I mean, honestly, I can't really like comment on it that much because I generally don't play pets that much. Like in any game, like I can't really like compare them. I mean, I like pets in real life. I don't have any in real life right now, though. But I do like pets in real life. I definitely like them more in real life than in games. All pets should be player scaled and have HP. They are either moving auras or do everything for you. Or they're blade spirits and do both. I mean, how else does a pet even work though? Like, doesn't the pet always like do stuff for you? I guess it should do stuff for you, but not like everything, right? And in Grim Dawn, yeah, it either does everything or nothing for you, kind of. They're very like hit or miss. Like, you either fully invest into them, and they're like Giga Champ, or you don't, and then they're useless. Or like just aura bots for like certain auras. But the second, like the latter only works for like player scaled pets, right? Like if you want to do a player scaled pet, a pet scaled pet rather, but wanted to not be your main damage source, but just like be an aura, for example, for you, it doesn't really work because it's just gonna die all the time. Because it like needs gear to survive, right? Or you can put items on them. Isn't there like a Path of Exile thing? Like a Path of Exile pet that can do that? Doto Bear? Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty cool, yeah. I didn't it? Animate Guardians in Fury, yeah. Like that exists in Fury. You can like gear your pet basically. And if it dies then you lose all the gear as well. Yeah, Ellie kinda does it as well with Forge Guard. I mean, in Ellie though, you don't like put the items on the mob and like you don't lose the items when the mob dies. It's more like the pet like gains stats depending on your gear. But I mean, technically in Grim Dawn you also kinda do that with like pet scaled pets, right? Like basically all pet scaled pets in Grim Dawn are like the guard, like the Forge Guard pet and the Ellie, right, in a way. Streamer RNG Krieg boots incoming from Turnox and the seller over here. Yeah, we'll see about that. By auras you meant player scaled? Yeah, pretty much. Like the player scaled pets are, like in my example right here, they're like basically aura bots, right? But I mean, you can also like max them out, right? Like there are guardian builds, or there are like blade spirit builds as well. Like those exist. It's not like they don't. It's not that they don't exist; they do exist. Use your glove and weapon. I think you can like spec it in the skill tree, right, to use your weapon or your gloves or your helmet or your chest, something like that, I think. Like basically you spec the like animated armor, whatever it's called in LA, to like use whatever items that you're like speccing it to use, right? I think ideally pet mechanic should be made in a way that you care about them and focus on one pet and work together with it. It's a bit weird when you play as a zookeeper with 8 different animals to entertain the enemies while you sell tickets. I mean, I think that works well for like a necromancer with skeletons. But also maybe like a necromancer should like raise the actual skeletons of the enemies that he kills and not like just summon skeletons and then have like those skeletons do everything for you. I don't know. I mean, I feel like pets in Grim Dawn are just like done the way the old like Titan Quest engine allows them to be made, kind of. Like for what you can do with this engine, I feel like they're done okay, like in a good way. But in general, there are like better ways to like make pets happen now. I need energy there. Well, no creek boots. What's up with my Discord having drama every other week that's more consistent than great forums? I mean, I don't know, people have like different opinions and sometimes they clash, right? That's just how it is. It's not like big drama, like, I don't know, if you're like talking about the new guy like asking for some build and then like Gargoyle responding like, yeah, if you wanna do that, this and that, like just don't play the game or something like that. I don't know, I mean. Yeah, like the new guy was maybe like expecting too much content done, like to be able, like he was like expecting maybe like too much content to be able to do, like he was expecting to be able to do more content on one character than he should expect maybe as a new player. That is probably true in a way, but the way like the Gargoyle guy responded was kind of, well, a little too toxic as well, I think. I don't know, I mean, it didn't really like get too personal though, right? So it's fine. It's fine, right? Copium. It's the Gargoyle guy, what do you expect? Yeah, he's a little insensible sometimes, definitely. The cannibals are actually righteous, yep. Wait, what? It would be nice if hybrid builds were more viable, having the option to use... Yeah, for sure. The problem is right now there's just not enough like scaling for both of them to work at the same time. Like the entire itemization is just not built for that. Like, if you would like hybrid items to actually be more of a thing, or like hybrid builds to be more of a thing, then like items that have like % pet damage would need to like give probably more like player damage as well at the same time, and like skill points for players and pets at the same time. It's just like pets need so many skill points, and that's like not, it doesn't even stop there. You also need devotions on top to work together properly. It's so many things, and it just isn't enough on the hybrid items right now, I feel like. I mean, there are maybe like one or two that are okay-ish, like Winter King, Sword and Helmet, right? They're like, you can make like an okay-ish hybrid build with that. But compared to like an actual pet, like pure pet build with those items, or like a pure non-pet build with those items, it's just weaker, right? It's just weaker. In Titan Quest you can play hybrid builds? Even for endgame? Oh yeah, in Titan Quest like you don't need gear for pets or something, right? Don't like pets in Titan Quest like actually scale with difficulty? Like the second you jump from normal to elite in a Titan Quest, the pet just gets like magically stronger. That's such a weird concept there. Gear for pets is only jewelry. Alright. So like it doesn't block as many like slots as it does in Grim Dawn, basically. Like in Grim Dawn you need like pet stuff in pretty much every single slot, right? I think the task of having hybrid builds work is strictly harder than the task of making dual damage type builds work. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, that's... I mean, I guess it does what it's supposed to do, like make the pet stronger, like just by making it, like making the pet become more powerful every time you switch your difficulty. But it's so weird, right? Like, because you're not doing anything. Like, isn't the... It makes no sense to me, like, why is that even a thing? Like, shouldn't the game become harder when you get to higher difficulties? Why do your pets get stronger for free? Like, why does it get easier in that regard, at least? Hybrid damage is the best it's ever been in Grim Dawn. Did you play during vanilla though? Like, vanilla Grim Dawn had like dual damage basically like as the standard. Like with level 85. I feel like with the mythical scaling, like level 100 and so on, it just became like harder for hybrid builds to like keep doing their thing that they were like able to do successfully in vanilla. Like, if I had to pick a moment where like hybrid builds were the strongest, like hybrid, like not hybrid as in hybrid player and non-player, but hybrid as in like dual damage types at least, I would say it was like release Grim Dawn. Yeah, like hybrid builds would get basically like destroyed with AOM. Hybrid builds were a thing. I mean, vanilla Grim Dawn was just closer to Titan Quest as Grim Dawn is now, like way closer to Titan Quest. And I think like in Titan Quest it's also like dual damage, just like the standard, right? I think also like one of the reasons for that is that, for example, some damage types in Grim Dawn, in vanilla, just didn't have resistance reduction, right? On devotions. Like, for example, Murmur, right? Murmur didn't exist. Like, Cold and Poison just didn't have resistance reduction, right? Or Ratosh, right? Vitality just didn't have resistance reduction, right? It just didn't exist. Like, these two didn't exist in vanilla, right? These are like... I mean, does it say AOM devotion? Is this even like Forgotten Gods Ratosh? I don't even remember. Ratosh Forgotten Gods or AOM? No idea, to be honest. I think that's like one of the reasons. And then also itemization. I think like some items, or like in general, like items had I think less resistance reduction in vanilla than right now. Or like it was harder to like, I mean, rather there were like less items in general that had like resistance reduction on them, right? So you just couldn't stack as much as you can right now. Like right now it's just the most efficient to like get one damage type, right? Convert all the damage that you have to that damage type, and then like get as much resistance reduction as you can for that damage type. That's just like how the game works right now. And I mean, it's fine like that, but it wasn't like that in the past necessarily all the time. Oh yeah, also another thing, right, that got changed. Like conversion, right? Conversion was way more rare in the past. And now you have it like everywhere basically, right? Holy fuck, dude. Dude, where's my pot? What is this? Oh my god. How's energy still so bad on this build? I don't get it. I need Arcanum Dust, right? Like, unironically, just get Arcanum Dust, right? There we go. Arcane Spark, I really have one. I don't have two, I guess. I could play 2 Arcane Sparks. But I mean, Arcane Spark doesn't really do that much because, like, well, yeah. Weapon damage on our Reckoning is kinda low, so. Should use pots on 9, yeah, then I have more energy, right? That's how it works. Don't understand why energy pot has higher cooldown. I mean, why not? I think it's fine. Like, if it had the same low cooldown as health pot, then like nobody would ever have to like invest into energy regen. And now you kinda do have to, like on this build for example. And I think that's interesting at least. I don't know. I think it's more interesting like this than if it was always trivialized. Just like run around with Royal Jelly Essence all the time. I mean, I could also do that, I guess. Yeah. It's kinda cringe there, but yeah, I could do that as well, I guess. You and what army? Dude, this guy likes such bad manners. 4 times ectoplasm? I mean, it's fine to do like 4 times ectoplasm when you're like in normal difficulty, but like endgame or like in ultimate, I don't know, man. The stuff you lose, like from not being able to use other components, is just... it's so punishing. I guess dying because you don't have energy to leech anymore is also pretty punishing though, right?
Put it to good use.
That also is very punishing.
Good price.
Probably more punishing. Eh? Also, yeah, immunities and Titan quests are a thing. I don't know, I really don't like the concept of immunities in general.
Good use.
The thing is, like, I have good energy absorbed from spells, right? I have, like, Soul Shard or, like, these Soul Radiance things. But if the enemy, like, doesn't use spells, I'm kind of fucked, right? Energy consumption has kind of become a non-issue in Grim Dawn today. Would you say that's a good thing or a bad thing? Can you add remove knockback to Blade Arc and Nogara's Fangs? I would honestly just like remove the knockback on the skill itself before I do that. Got took belt and Myrmidon's visor. Visor? Okay. Reap. Yeah, how are you doing, Fromage? Welcome now. You still need to invest into some things to fix it for most damage types. For energy, I mean. Yeah, I mean, it's a mechanic, right? Like, why shouldn't it be something that you have to, like, plan around or, like, play around? I think it's fine that, like, there's some skills that, like, don't need energy and there are others that need energy, right? I think that's fine overall. I mean, you could argue that, like, the balance is off a bit, right? Like, that some skills that don't need any energy are still, like, super strong, and others that need energy are also super weak at the same time. Like, I don't know, Cater's Tempest, right? Like, freaking deals more damage to your energy bar than the enemy's health bar, right? At, like, all levels, pretty much. or some others as well. Reckoning seems fine to me, like, it's very good damage, but yeah, it costs lots of energy, like, there's a trade-off, right? I should probably just like respec and like get more spirit there. Or I guess like it's time for putting more points into Master Bar at the cost to get more spirit as well. Oops. If your build runs out of energy, that feels bad no matter what. Yeah, but you need to like build your build a bit different. Right. It'd be nice if the skills had no cooldown and you had the energy the other way around. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like what PoE or Lastic Rock do for the most part, right? Grimdawn is a little bit more like cooldown focused in general. But to be honest, also in general, I think it's not bad to have like skills that are cooldown based or energy based. Like, and both are metrics by which you can balance items, I mean, or skills rather. So I think it's fine that you have like some skills that have energy issues, others that have like cooldown issues. Because they're always like part of a puzzle that you have to like solve kind of thing. And you're like, well, if you don't want to deal with solving that puzzle, you can always just like follow a guide of somebody else who like solve the puzzle for you basically, or just play a different skill, right? Like there are some skills that don't have like this puzzle attached to them basically. I don't really have a skill that really rewards a high energy bar / regen. Just skills that punish you for not having regen. I mean, yeah, that is true, I guess. Like the ones that reward you for having... Yeah, I mean, they just reward you by not punishing you, right? It's like, they reward you by making you able to use the skill for longer, which is like reverse punishment, I guess. I mean, yeah, I understand what you're saying there.
I was beginning.
Also, another thing, in Grimdawn, right, there are things that scale energy regen and energy amount, like Spirit, for example. And I feel like once you have a certain energy amount, you wouldn't need energy regen because your pot is just gonna like regen more for you, right? Or if you had good energy regen, right, then you wouldn't need such a big pool anymore, right? So like, energy pool and regen being so closely interconnected is maybe not the best way to solve it right now. PoE has Archmage support and some skills that scale with mana bar, using your mana as health. Yeah. I mean, maybe I think it's just I don't know if it's like mechanically possible in this game even. I could see something like, I mean, technically, right? Skills like Maven Sphere Protection are pretty much like Grimdawn's way of doing that, right? They make you take less damage, but they cost like active energy, right? So Maven Sphere is kinda like an energy shield, but like with Grimdawn mechanics, which are usually not that exciting. But it's kind of like an energy shield basically. Yeah, I think like just the engine gives you more freedom as a developer in PoE than Grimdawn. Like, I'm not even sure if like the engine supports something like that. At least right now. You could probably like rewrite it to support it. Like right now, as a modder at least, you can't like make them happen, I think. You would love something as a skill that gives total damage, but an increase to skill cost. I mean, that kind of exists. Or does it not? At least you could make it easily. Like, that could actually be made easily. Like, very easily.
The outpost is ours, though it came with a cost. Though the resistance had attempted.
All wishes and complaints are gonna need to be dragged with you for Grimdawn too.
There you are.
I mean...
Corinia's the
yes and no. Like, some things... I mean, you could technically, for example, create an item, right? That just creates a bubble, like, for example, it's like Turtle, right? It's like Turtle, but like an active skill that gives you a bubble, and costs like a shit ton of energy, for example, to use, right? Like, you can make such a skill. Like, mechanically, that's possible. You could also, like, yeah, have a skill, or like an item, give, like, I don't know, total damage modified to this or that skill, or like increase the mana cost by like 3 or 4 times total, right? That exists in type quest, yeah, I mean, that's like easy to do. Like, it's just a skill that already exists, like Turtle, and instead of Turtle, you make it like not proc, just making an active skill. That's like super easy to do. It's like literally just like changing one single like file, like one single like line, right? That's all you have to change, and then it's an active skill instead of a passive skill that procs. And yeah, that's all you have to do. Can you make a skill that has a cost like 400 plus 50% of your energy? And you already have shields, right, in Grimdawn. You already have shields like on boots or... I mean, Turtle, right? Like, Turtle is literally that, right? It's like a shield that you can have. It's just like passively, but you can have the same skill just as an active instead, right? I feel like they didn't want it to be active. Or like any skill I got to be active for some reason, not sure why. Otherwise they would have made an item like that. And like it's not hard to do. I'll check your build out later if that's okay for you. Already did some GRIMTOOLing earlier, right? Like, at least after I'm done with Theodin or something like that, maybe. People that want to put points into it usually go for minus cost reduction to be able to cast it when maxed out. Yeah. I mean, if the skill has a cooldown, right, and if it's up again, you can just recast the ability and then it will like override your old shield then. Or the thing with... Actually, the one from Crab, you can do it. You just can't do it with the one from Turtle. Because the one from Turtle is like proc whenever you go low, but then obviously the shield will like be absorbed first. Vine's Z DPS? Not in Wild Blood. In Wild Blood, it's like the main damage of Wild Blood is Vine's actually, like a full set at least. At least that's what I know from like other Wild Blood sets, like other Wild Blood set builds. Like Vine's is actually your main damage source because you're stacking it. It's like sigil, right? You stack it. Yeah, the vines leech for you. It's like sigils, like on Vileblood, vines are kind of like sigils. You just stack them to leech whenever you're stunned as well and like deal damage. Oh yeah, the offhand can also do some decent damage. True. Yeah, that offhand is broken as fuck, by the way. Offhand is so stupid. I played it as well. Like it's so stupid. I played it together with Lutra Seal even. Like it was. Like the world was pretty stupid, not necessarily because of Lutra Seal, maybe a bit because of Lutra Seal, but a lot more because of that offhand actually. Like it deals, it's like another of those items that like, give the skill more damage than the skill already has, kind of thing, right? It's way too much like power for an item that you can get that early, I think. There's Reaping Halberd. I mean, Reaping Halberd is also really good for Bone Harvest spells at least. If you have the right rolls at least. I mean, Wild Blood weapon is generally also a good weapon, but if you don't want to cast Vines, like why are you playing the full set then? I think in general on the rituals that are built like that, right? Full Wild Blood is like only worth it if you're like playing like Vines caster, otherwise you don't play the full set. You just play the weapon and then play something like, I don't know, probably like Lunar Valgoth belt and whatever shodos you want to do, like Blood Knight. I mean, yeah, I mean Blood Knight you only like play the full set, right, I guess. But you also wanted to like play the Pack Plus skins, I think. Nightbringer is like more defensive, right? Has no attack speed but has the fizzerness. And conversion, I guess. What often am I talking about? It's not a league, like it's not a mod item, it's just global sand effigy, I think it's called. Like it's a global effigy that adds bonuses to crossing lines. I mean, what do you have for conversion right now? You're playing Soul Harvest, right? Like two-hander, Ritualist, Prody playing Bone Harvest, Prody playing Soul Harvest. So like you wanna convert the cold damage from Soul Harvest to Vitality. Just like, yeah, I mean then you want Lunar Valgoth Belt, right? It's the Lethal Assault problem, just like Necromancer instead. Right? You just want to... You just need to convert to flat damage because the numbers are too high.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Okay, level 94, right? Let's take a moment here and upgrade the build. So we have weapons, right? We have weapons. We have Searing of Arcane Balance, which seems to be really freaking good, right? And then we have Incanters of Alacrity and Rune Card of Alacrity. I'm not sure why this is supposedly better than this one. Because it has like more attack speed, I guess. Okay, but this one has health. And honestly, I'm gonna die if I don't pick health, right? Probably, so let's get the health instead. And yeah. Also get the Mythical Corvex brand in here. We craft another Aether Soul, and then we craft the Disorder again, right? Siphon Souls is really good in the beta patch, yeah, that's true. Should really play some Siphon Souls.
Come see what's left of my wares. Put it to good use.
I'm running out of energy pots, right? What the fuck? Literally not enough energy pots. I need to buy some. Okay. So I need a Ward Stone, right? And 3 Wrath Stones for the Aether Soul. Put this one here. We need the the Ward Stone for a Disorder Glyph. Should put here. There we go. Okay. Now I kinda would like to be Revere of Barrowhome. Because I have no HP. Do I do bounties real quick? Next patch rather, Conduit nerf or buff. Which Conduit exactly are you talking about? There are like tons of Conduits, right? You can probably find some Nemesis shoulders with like Fizz instead of Wild Blood shoulders, right? Like it only gives you bleed damage when you're playing. Oh wait, is it bleed or vitality? It's vitality, right? Yeah. Yeah, like the 2-piece wild color is not that great either, right? Bounties we get down here, right? From the bounty table. Kill Bargol. That's like the 1-3, right?
Oh, it's you. It is Ravager.
I'm also gonna do this quest I think real quick. Not gonna fight him obviously, but just to get more reputation. It's like 3k reputation I think almost. It's crazy. Okay, let me reset the game to make sure that Bargol also spawns. And yeah, Bargol has like actually multiple spawn locations, right? A Ravager Helmet would be nice. Level 94 Fat and Mask would also be nice, honestly. Maybe I should grab that instead of what I'm doing right now. I probably should, right? Okay, Bargol can like spawn over here. Oh, there he is. I mean, it was easy. He has like 10 different spawn locations, and we got him in the first one. That's only slightly lucky, I guess. I mean, Cyclone set as like a caster that uses Eye Reckoning instead of what's it called? Nah, fuck that. Okay, let's do this one. Second set is like a Storm Totem Window build that like uses Eye Reckoning instead of the like Storm Filler attack from the Seal of Skies or whatever it's called again. Like Chain Lightning? Chain Lightning? I don't know. Stuttgart, what? Stuttgart stepping. Is it like a new dance move? Stuttgart stepping? Yes. Alright, where the fuck is Vladris? Should be around here, right? Isn't he like a Wendigo ghost elite that spawns somewhere here? Mage, Slayer, and Rage Flame chill out. Spellblade. Pretty sure the only game that Illuminator is trying to play here is GRIMTOOLS and not the actual game. Dude, what the fuck is this quest log? Oh, this is Vladris. We finally found him in fog. I think a Black Star of the Seat. That's a really good, like, Chaos meta, by the way. It might be only blue, but it's, like, really ridiculously good for Chaos. It is for, like, Chaos attack speed based builds, right? It's, like, super good. Anyway, we found the boss, right? The elite, rather. GRIMTOOLS is a game in itself. It is indeed, yeah. Deceit. This shit. Yeah.
Come see what's left of my wares.
It's really nice.
Put it to good use.
Okay, 600 more. Corruption Relic. Okay, that should be easy to craft, right? Corruption Relic.
Got any more scrap metal?
Needs a molten skin. Let's get a molten skin. There we go. And then corruption relic. There we go. Oh, hey. I said I need a shoulder, right? I guess we have a shoulder now. Divine Steel Shoulder Guard. I mean, it's lightning damage, yes, it's not fire damage, but my current one is also lightning damage only. And this is like a shit ton of health, DA, way more armor, has the same amount of rust, and we're gonna lose stun rust and 8th rust but gain bleed rust, which is always the worst. However, yeah, we need more 8th rust, right? Fuck. We need Aether Pierce Rust from Mouth Resistance, right? Which is still kind of far away. And I really want to use these, it's just I'm literally about to do a like Aether damage act, I guess. Maybe not yet. Maybe I shouldn't do it yet. And just play something else, right?
Take a look, shall we? Bring me back something interesting.
Okay, we got the corruption relic, but I also need an augment for my new shoulders. Like, let's get actually the Aether resistance augments as well. Oops, sorry. Weak weapon pros are gonna hurt a bit. Yeah, Necrotic Edge is just... It has like this 360 almost swing animation, which is cool, but it's also like... pretty slow. Revered with Barrowhome, very nice, very nice. Very nice.
See anything you like?
This means we can get Ravager's Rage. Or, if you want to do something more defensive, Ravager's Eye, right? You could do like one of each, maybe. Honestly, right now, I just like do the Ravager's Eye twice, to be honest. Like, I need HP and I need the A. And what I want to do now is I want to actually do Forgotten Gods real quick until I have the Mythical Fetid Mask, right? So like make my way all the way to Morph enough. And I guess we side with Solal again. Just to be like able to get that
I could hear
Rift again. It's probably the best way to do it. Yep.
You select the serve the. So, the servants.
We really don't need to do any quests though, right? I'm just gonna like pick them up, but we don't need to do any of them really. We just need to get to, where was it, like Corvin Sands and get the helmet, right? That's all we need to do here. Because honestly, I mean, you can kill Ramzul, right? For the quest. But he's also kind of an ass. And I would rather like to kill him later when I'm stronger, maybe. Yeah, I think I was using this one, right? When I played the Vindicator, right? When I played the Bleed Vindicator in Season 3 at the start, I was using this offhand. Global Sand Effigy. Yep, that was the one. Forgotten Goats, yeah. Not using the skip to skip, SMH my help. Not even cheating. I mean, it's not cheating. Just like clever use of game mechanics, right? I even have a video about it, right? Like, I should really skip it. What was it again? Like Bulwich Village? I think it's a skip. Do I have it linked? I don't have the video linked. Wait, what? No wonder nobody watches the video like when I don't have it linked, right? Oh, it's called skips and not skips. Not skip. Fuck. Yeah. Oops. I already have one. Whee! Dude, this is so bright, what the fuck? Great with the Sentinel one. Dude, I got Cinder Touch. But that's converting to lightning, right? Yeah, it converts fire to lightning, never mind. We can't use it. Never mind. Dude, create an Hour Reckoning? I don't know about that. Is it doable with Warborn because of like Warcry interrupting the crates? What do you think the top end of this build is capable of? And probably similar things to like what Cyclone can do. So like not even Father Kaiman. I'm kidding. I mean, I feel like Hour Reckoning in general is not necessarily a great like super boss killer, but it's like very good for like chill farming and dungeons or Shadow Realm, I would say. With our Reckoning Oppressor? Dude, I mean the Wit Oppressor seems just broken, I don't know, like they overbuffed Vitality I think. Seems pretty OP. On paper at least. Cyclone Archon. Kill it. You mean crate? I don't know. I don't know who and how many tries and what build exactly and which gear. But yeah, I can see it. Like, I can see it. Yeah, bit Reckoning Sentinel. Yeah. I mean, it's not the class like Oppressor being the problem. It's like the weapon. I think is overbuffed. What help? Like compare to Chaos, right? And then like tell me the weapon is not overbuffed. Yeah, Chaos is strong, but I mean, it's not like Chaos is playable and strong. I'm not saying like it's bad. I'm just saying like Chaos is, I think, in a good spot, like in a good strong spot. But Vit is just even stronger, and I think that's like. And I haven't played it myself, but like from what I've seen, it looks stronger than Chaos. And I really felt like Chaos is pretty much like what you need a build to have in strength for like doing like proper content. I feel like, I don't know. Yeah, the 200 Vitality Our Reckoning Scythe is pretty strong, yeah. It is. I mean, Aether is like a joke, right? Aether is just a joke. They would need or does the new weapon, like, didn't they buff it? The Eye of Reckoning weapon? Like the Temporal Arc Blade? Didn't they give it skill modifiers for Eye of Reckoning now? But probably no weapon damage, which is why it's like not that strong. Anyway, we got the mythical, or like the level 94 Theodin mask and ultimate here, right? Same thing as the other one, just like 20 OA on top and like higher stats in general. So yeah, that's gonna be a nice upgrade. Oh, I just gave it +4 Our Reckoning, and that's it. Yeah, I mean, that's not enough, right, to make it actually good. That is not enough. At least I don't think it's gonna be enough. It's probably like still the weakest, is it not? Of like all the Our Reckoning builds you can play. I don't know how strong Pierce and Code are right now. But Chaos is strong, Vitality is strong, right? Acid is pretty strong, Physical is strong. Fire I think is pretty okay as well in general. Pretty strong. It's like very easy to build at least. Like easy to get into. For endgame it's maybe not the strongest, but it's still like decent enough, and you can like very easily transition to Chaos from Fire. Like almost the same devotions as well, and like Vitality can also be played on Sentinel or Acid as well. Changes to Our Reckoning Conduit gave it more last hit though. Oh yeah, that's true. Pierce is okay with Gold Drinker maybe, like Pierce Bleed Hybrid. And then there's also Bleed, right? Like just pure Bleed? Or is Bleed always like Pierce Bleed Hybrid? Pierce is like, I mean Bleed is like Bleed Fizz Hybrid, right? I mean, Bleed Our Reckoning in general is just like such a weird idea, right? Like why would you, like why is it even a thing? Like what? Like you're playing a skill that scales like crazy of attack speed, but in Grim Dawn, like attack speed does nothing for Bleed because, yeah, I mean, you only like re-apply your buff, like your debuff, like your bleeding damage rather, and you don't actually like deal more damage. Yo, Stan, welcome on. Yeah, I mean, Bleed Eye Reckoning is very similar, like, mechanically to what Bleed, like, Aether Ray would be. Bleed is 500. And that's okay, though. Like, it's okay. It's just... And it's okay because, like, it plays differently than other Eye Reckoning. Like, it's not just the same as the others, just like with a color change. It's actually, like, mechanically or, like, playstyle-wise a bit different because it's not always the best to just, like, keep on spinning on Bleed, right? You want to actually, like, use other abilities in between to, like, stack your bleed damage. And I think that existing, like, it being a different playstyle in a way, is, it's pretty cool, I think. Like, it's not bad. Like, usually you want more, like, also playstyle differences when you, like, change your damage type and not only have the same thing with, like, a different color. Instead of reworking things, he just ultra buffs his stubborn ideas.
I sense turmoil within you.
I mean, that's fine, I think, as well. Like, unless he makes it absolutely broken, I think that's fine. Anyway, I think we're decked out and ready for the end of Act 6 now. Let me create another GRIMTOOLS link here real quick. We're level 94, we have upgraded our helmet, shoulders, weapons, amulet as well. Still have, like, lower level chest and pants, but they still have, like, decent armor. Gloves are kinda squishy now, but they have, like, +2 Eye Reckoning. Pants have 1100 armor, level 70. I mean, they're fine-ish. And belt is kind of old as well. Can I... No, I need the pierce rust right on the pants right now. I mean, the boots rather. I can't really, like, change them right now. Otherwise, I would use different boots that I just found as well. But as the build stands, I can't really change them yet, at least. Check Bear Home for chest with resistances. Let's see. Alexi or greens build? I mean, greens are target farmable, right? They're, like, actually beginner friendly. Like, none of these greens have, like, insane affixes. I mean, it's like whatever of whatever, right? It's like fire damage, of course, but, like, never, like, triple green. Like, I don't know, I farmed, like, half an hour for these at most. Like, I have Consecrated of Decay, for example, like, it's vitality damage on the pants, right? Like, they're not good at all. So which one would I want here, even? Do you mean this one? 5% Phys Rust, 1700 armor, Poison Risk. Okay, my chest is, the rolls are pretty stupid though on the chest, right? Like, I got Demonic of the Fleshhawk, right? This is actually a triple rare. It doesn't have any fire damage, but it's still, like, pretty crazy, right? Has 50% stun rust as well. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty... Yeah, it's level 70, I know, it's kinda low level. The problem, like, if I take it away, I have no stun rust right now, right? Because I have no other gear with stun rust on me right now. So I can't really do that. Like, I can't... I mean, these are good, right? Like, defensive, or I don't know. Like, what do I need? I need, like, I need Cold Res, some Acid, some Pierce, Aether, Vitality. Vitality, Poison, Freeze. Pierce, Poison, Freeze. Vitality, Elemental, Stun. Aether, Elemental, Free. I mean, they're all, like, not that bad, right? They're all not bad. But are they really good? Like, what do I do with no Sunras? Stone plates time? I mean, in general, like, always check out faction vendors, right? They always have, like, something good for you, usually. They always have that. Stone plate Emberguard gloves. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely, like, spend more time, like, crafting and farming items here. For sure. You can make this build better than it is right now. And actually already, like, well, deck it out with, like, proper level 90 plus gear to have better armor than I have right now. For sure, for sure. And also, like, get more fizz rust than, what is this right now? 20 something? 23? It's not that high, right? At least I somehow fixed my HP, like, at least with these, like, shoulders and Ravager's eyes, I guess. HP is kinda fixed. And we have 222 KDPS right now as well. Even with Ravager's eye and not the other Ravager's rage that I could also use. And it's pretty good, right? Like, these weapons that I just have now, they're pretty strong as well. Like, if anything, I would like to be more more tanky right now. Get higher armor, get more fizz rust. Right. I want those, oh shit, yeah, this is still locked, of course. I want those blue gloves. Oh, why am I going this way? I need to go the other way, I didn't do some of the quests. Yeah, gloves are plus our reckoning right now. I need Valorant shoulders or Reaper Pounds. I mean, you're not gonna get Reaper Pounds though, easily. Valorant is easier to get. Just farm unyielding vine rings to fix Sunras. Nah, I rather want like Sunras on... Actually, I have like perfect rings already almost, right? I have like Eternal Bound, I just want like Mythical Eternal Bound. And then I have already like Mythical Combustion Bound as well. Like, those are fine. Like, what I need now is like Ravager's Helmet. Which is like... I'm not gonna do that, of course, on this build. At least not anytime soon. Then I would need probably like... either crafted green gloves or like those blue gloves, right? That have like fizz rust, the blue fire gloves, obsidian grasp, right? Then you want Wild Run shoulders with plus 3 hour reckoning on them. Then you want, I don't know, like either some fire boots or also like stone plate greaves, right? And then you want like basically Solar Sect, just like higher level. And on the chest, I don't know what you want there actually. I think like the Flesh Warp Plate Mail is pretty decent. It doesn't have fire damage, so I guess something with fire damage is better in general. But it has like 3 RR and vulnerability, like it's not bad, and it's like very tanky as well. It's pretty good overall. So yeah, I want like Sunras on like one of the other greens and not the rings. Yo, Moxunk, welcome on, welcome on. The build I'm playing right now is the level, the Sentinel, right? I reckon Sentinel build. If you're interested in that one. Rather so than my generic right beginner guys. Plus Guardians and Benny shoulders. You mean plus Celestial Presence? Like, plus skills to Guardians is not gonna do anything for me. If it's not plus 3 Celestial Presence, which I think I can get from Grava Pants, right? I think you wanna like get Grava Pants for plus 3 Celestial Presence and then like plus 3 like our reckoning on shoulders maybe. Like, as long as you don't get 24 points in Guardians, like, plus Guardians is just not good, right? But to getting to 24 in Guardians would mean that you need to get to +8 in total, right? And we already have like +4, right? From just all the plus goes to Oathkeeper. So then you have like +3 more. Then you still like need +1 somewhere, right? Quote of Rectus reads chat. Imagine reading chat, dude. Temper got nuked from creep rings and plus Guardians on Benny shoulders.
I'm pleased to hear.
Yeah, what did they put there instead now? I mean, he probably thought those bonuses are too strong, that's why he removed them. And people like instantly wanted to riot, right? Like, stop nerfing.
Captain Wilford tells me we've been. I'm talking about.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Mage Lord is a good ring, by the way, or like a good blue set of rings. Mage Lord Signet and Mage Lord Bound. Pretty good for Aether builds at least. Gripping rings have blast shield now. I mean, that's not even useless. I mean, I know forums think it's useless because it's just a defensive proc. Like, it doesn't give you plus like seconds in the Crucible. So they think it's useless. But pluses to blast shield is like really good and hardcore. Seals of Resonance, that's a good like seed as well if you want to like fix your stun rust as well, I guess. I mean, I could switch around my chest and like craft 2 Seals of Resonance maybe. But nah. The enchanted flintstones are so good, man. They are so good. So basic, but still like super good for damage. I'm frozen. What the fuck? Kill the arcane. Holy. Dude, what's my freeze rust? I feel like it's bad. I feel like it's actually pretty freaking bad. At least without Ascension. Ascension should give me freeze rust, right? Actually, it's not too bad. 57 is okay. Right, then it's 80 with Ascension up. Yeah, fine. That's not too bad. I thought it's worse than that. +3 on Living Ring. +3 RE on Living Ring is really weird. Actually, it's also there for the cold and fire RE, which also exists like in the game right now. That's fine. Invite Xantai as a season tester. Pog. This is not a bad fire ring in general, actually. It's not as good as the ones that I have, but in general it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Just not good enough.
Put it to good use.
What do we do now? The Conclave? Not the Conclave, what are they called? The Council, rather. Xantai as the League boss. He nerfs your build during the fight and buffs Warlord. Physical Cadence needs easy to farm in mice. I mean, for leveling, like, Physical Cadence is like only really good with Waldrak, otherwise it's just not good. nerf Pierce AR the moment you posted on the forums.
We speak at last.
Yo, Brew Norman, welcome. Monka. Freeze. I build around greens that are... I build around greens a lot. Other blues you think are building around? Were building around is worth it. Dude, I can't talk. I can't read either. I mean, there's some, yeah, that are like... I mean, okay, in general, I feel like blue items in this game are... They are either like beginner-friendly, like filler items slash sets that you can use until you get to your legendary endgame set, but they're never really like best in slot. Or they like supplement your build very well in certain slots, like some rings, some blue rings are really good, or some like blue medals can be good, some blue gloves can be really good, stuff like that, right? But like those supplementary items would never be like build defining, right? Like build defining green and blues rather, they don't really exist in Grim Dawn, and one of the main reasons for that is because blue items don't have skill modifiers, right? And skill modifiers are just really strong. Skill modifiers are only existing on purple legendaries or like green monster and freak ones, right? Like for example, Rift Claw Slicer, right? As a green monster frequent, has bonuses to Our Reckoning and so on. And yeah, generally you kinda wanna pick a skill, max it out with skill points, and also get skill modifiers for that skill. Because that's just like kinda how the game is balanced right now, like how the game is designed right now. If you wanna like get maximum damage for a skill, you need to not only max out a skill, but also get skill modifiers for it usually. And blue items don't do that, so yeah. They can only ever be like supplementary or like filler items. At least not, you know. I mean, there were like some actually that were still really good. Like for example, Sharpshooter set or Blind Assassin set were like really good as well, and they still are, I think, like really good. They got nerfed a bit because like they were like at least for a blue set or item they were like too strong, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, they're like really good for sure. But I mean, in general, also I feel like it's totally fine that like some of the like generally blue sets or blue items are generally a little bit weaker than purples, for example, because they are way more common as well, right? Like it's way better to like way easier to get like blue items than to get purple items or like a perfect green item as well. I mean, sure, I'm using like blue items, I mean green items a lot because you can target farm them, like you can get the item. But to get like the perfect item, the perfect green item, you also would need like perfect affixes on top, right? And that's where like I'm usually not that picky because, yeah, like you can spend a lot of time like farming the perfect affix combination on top of that green item, and that's like kind of where it like doesn't, like that's where it kind of like stops being beginner friendly, I think. So yeah, I don't try to like use perfect affix combinations ever. Try to make a bow with no skill mods. I mean, yeah, the easiest way would just like be to like play, I don't know, try like one of the blue sets, like I don't know, Blind Assassin or Sharpshooter or Myrmidon, Stonefather, Perdition. Fuck, did he get healed by those guys up there? Yeah. By the Myrmidons here. all of these classes can heal. It's pretty annoying. Oh my fucking god, the freaking energy problem again. What the fuck? If I don't fix energy problem, like, it's really gonna cost my life at some point, I feel like. I really still need to fix it. And there are ways of fixing it, I'm just like... just kinda like... half of me is too lazy to fix it. The other half of me is trying to not, like, use inefficient components. But you really can just use, like, 1 or 2 inefficient components. If it means that you're, like, never gonna run out of energy again and you're not gonna die because of that. Like, it's still... it's more efficient to not die than to die, right? For sure. You spent a couple of hours farming Bargo's core. That was a pain in the arse. Yeah, you can technically just like vendor farm from Vinyl and the Ancient Grove. I mean, Ancient Grove on normal difficulty is pretty easy though. Or like, not that hard. If you have like... at least the resistances like covered for it, I guess. He buffed Retail and Turian shield from 10 to 11. That's the cocktail shield, right? Like Retail cocktail shield. Dude, just give me the link to the emote. I'm gonna enable it like right now. I should just like make you my mod and then like have you take care of the emotes. Like I was good at like emotes at some point, like some years ago, but I feel like I'm just like too boomered for emotes now. I mean, I still think they're funny and all, but I don't know, like I'm either too lazy or like I can't be arsed like finding the emotes and stuff like that. And also I need to set up my chat overlay to properly work the 7TV emotes, because for some reason they don't work on my chat overlay. Like the Franker Z face and the others work, but the 7TV ones don't work for some reason. Not sure why. Also, why is 7TV.app like giving me a white screen and not loading? Maybe like... I mean, everybody and their mother is like using 7TV nowadays, right? So might be like overloaded the page. Got the Great Bloomer emotes. What more do you need, right? What more do you need? Kill the arcane. Kill it quick. Spin. Spin to kill it. Yep. Your father does use it too? Nice. Your dad is streaming on Twitch? Pog. Or like he uses 7TV to watch his channels? Okay, Time for Tetris. Tetris time. What is this? Scuffed Tetris. There we go. Alright, let's go back to Covenant's Refuge. We want to go there back anyway. First of all to sell, and second of all because we want to pick up a quest that we need in order to gain one of the final skill points. Your dad knows the guy that cleans the restrooms at the club that the guy that knows Bill Gates' mechanic's sister. Ah, I see. Oh wait, we got a storm rent? Pog. Pretty nice, like one-handed lightning promise strike weapon. Yes, you heard it right. You can one-hand promise strike with that weapon. Am I gonna care about any of these items now? Not really, right? Not really. Just want the money.
See you around.
What the fuck?
See anything you like?
Okay.
See you around. Got something you need stashed?
Okay. Alright, that's good enough for now.
With me. Promise.
All the reputation boosting scrolls. I think I got most of them now. I didn't get Outcast, but I'm still revered with Outcast. Like, getting revered with Outcast is apparently really easy. Alright, we need to get this quest here from Sia Rugia, because only then the way will open up, right, to the place in the Fleshworks where you need to kill basically the ethereal that possessed you at the start of the game. You wonder if you can do what Stormrend does to the other skulls? Yeah, you can. If you would test the mod, then you would know. Like if you actually tested the season 4, and what I have planned for it, then you would know. It was a spoiler, that was a spoiler indeed, yeah. That was a spoiler indeed.
So precious few moments in your brief lives, and you spend yours chasing after me? I would be flattered if you weren't so pathetic. But you have my curiosity. Tell me, what is my former vessel doing here, in the heart of the enemy?
I actually forgot she was voice acted. Pretty well even. One-handed chaos promise strike spoilers, Pog. Ages of Men here, two-hander Pog. Force wave one-hander Pog. Who knows, right? Who knows? Who knows? Dual wield force wave Pog. Ages of Men here, two-handed gun, Pog. Just throw the gun, yeah. A two-hander, a shield mesh? Oh, like you're two-handing the shield? Yeah, I wonder where the character would hold it. That could look good or like Omega scuffed. Probably scuffed though. Another shielded bashing board. Yeah. I wonder. I mean, you can. I mean, if the shield mesh doesn't work, you can just give it the mesh of the totally normal shields because those are already one-handed weapons, right? And yeah, I mean, you can make a one-hander, a two-hander, or a two-hander, a one-hander easily. That's not hard. Like those just work. Don't have to do anything really. Just like scale it up or down, like size-wise. To like make it not look scuffed. Did it not burn it? Oh, it is, okay. It is burnt. What about an under-type hander? Oh, what? How do you even hold that? Like you hold it with one hand and with the one elbow, or what? With one or two hands? I mean, that's way too advanced tech for Grim Dawn, I'm sorry. That is way too advanced tech for Grim Dawn. Alright, don't die to these guys, right? They can be pretty high damaging actually. ER Fire Giant. Elden Ring Fire Giant build. Oh yeah. Just like use your shield as a shovel. Alright, let's go inside the dungeon here to defeat the Master of Flesh, Theodin. Now before you engage him, right, you wanna use Ascension because stage 1 is always gonna start with a like projectile shotgun ability. And you don't wanna face tank that and die, like some guy in my basement, right? And this attack, right? It still hurts a ton, so. Alright, stage 2 should usually be not that hard. So let's try to save Ascension here for stage 3. But why the fuck is he like spawning his mobs here? What the fuck is he doing? Alright, now for stage 3, we wanna use Ascension. Maybe not right away, not necessarily, but like right around now. I don't Right, and you should have enough DPS to basically burst him down before he gets like
Speak at last.
scary in any way. We just found mythical face guard of justice, right? Like we could technically craft ourselves justice gloves because we can craft the helmet and then like transmit them to gloves, right? Check the corridor, your favorite boss. Oh yeah. Yeah, the corridor is very nice. Like both of the corridors are super worth it to like go through and check for like secret items. Don't miss out. I think they also like give you a like a Steam achievement, maybe even, right?
Have the counts good.
It's like 1 per corridor even, I think. Like 2 cheap Steam achievements, right? Like don't miss out, please. Yo, Linux Gamer, welcome. Thanks for the follow as well. Welcome, welcome. Show us? Nah, I don't wanna like spoiler like secret stuff. When you gave Ivana back her memory, right, you get a chest over here, which will always have a guaranteed legendary or legendary blueprint on automated list. We got mythical Red Knight's leg parts, leg guards rather. That's kind of unlucky, I guess, because we don't need this item. But I mean, it's a legendary item. Like maybe you want to use it on another build, or maybe that's good for your build, whatever build you're playing, right? For me right now, it's pretty much garbage though, right? Pretty garbage. Alright, we did everything we had to do here, right? This is basically this act done. So what we could do now is buy more storage space first of all. And then like see whether or not we can already buy Arcanum Dust. We already revered, right? Once you are revered, you can buy this thing over here. People like to make fun of me for always picking this augment on many builds. Yeah, I mean it's pretty good, right? It's pretty decent. Has like all damage, so like it can be used on pretty much all builds. Has elemental rest, energy regen, and defensive ability. And this should hopefully fix my energy regen problems as well. I mean, I'm gonna lose away, right? I will have pretty bad away right now. I have really good DA though. Like I'm pretty defensive. I don't have enough away. I should put more points to Crushing Verdict, right? Get more away through Crushing Verdict for sure. And we're like generally trying to get more offensive ability on gear as well. But yeah, I'm pretty much done here with this part, right? I guess I could like farm some items now. We could farm some like pants again, or I could even like craft shoulders and gloves. Is it cheating if I start crafting like justice gear now? Yo, Foroguito, welcome on. What is a safe-ish build for hardcore farming aside from Pet Conjurer? I guess everybody, including me, is gonna tell you Blitz Warlord, right? Probably. Also Sigil, right? Like Vitality Casters are pretty good. Yes, it is cheating. Yeah, I mean, I'm already like using freaking Combustion Ring and Corvex Brand. That's really not like that beginner-friendly kind of. Looking forward to multiplayer in Lost Epoch. I mean, it will happen this year, right? For sure. Your go-to builds are the Auradin and my House Conjurer. Yeah, I mean, the Auradin is pretty chill. It's maybe a little... I mean, Blitz Warlord is certainly tankier than the Auradin. Runebound Pass. Okay. I need to farm a belt, right? I still have like resilient Why do I have rigid shed on it? What the fuck am I doing? Okay, let's actually craft a Udenborg leather, I would say. Probably. Let's make a leather real quick. Rune colors. Yeah, you can also like convert your Auradin into like a Rune of Color store paladin. And just one-shot totems pretty much. It's very safe for farming. If you want to farm totems at least it is. So Udenborg's leathers, right? Udenborg leathers are like one of those like very good endgame components, just like the others I mentioned earlier that you want to like use in the endgame. And this blueprint is honestly not that rare, right? It's not really that rare. So we're gonna like use one here for the belt. Which will give me like more poison rust, more bleed rust, more defensive ability. I mean generally you shouldn't like need more poison rust really. But I don't really like need more lightning rust either. I don't need more. I mean, I literally am only crafting this right now for like I guess 30 defensive ability. This was kind of stupid, honestly. Like the armor was arguably just as good. I don't know. oh well. Yeah, I'll keep on farming a bit and then we can look at all the other GRIMTOOLS links. You know, like farm for I don't know 20 minutes, half an hour. Then we'll end this episode and then we'll look at builds and... Yo, Kerbay, how are you, man? Welcome and welcome. It's the rarest component, don't trust him. Not doing Shadow Strike, skip to farm. My bad, my bad. Shadow Strike skips far faster, yes. But also like kind of stressful sometimes, to be honest, not gonna lie. Shroud of Scorched Runes. Alright, this is elemental damage, lifesteal, health. It's still level 84 base, right? Like I don't... I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not really great either. Friends don't let friends wear Shroud. Screw the Shroud? Yeah. True. Goodbye. Is the new season starting soon? This summer is all I can say right now, but we will hopefully have more information probably actually very soon. But yeah, for now, all I can say is still like this summer. Alexa's Flash Freeze is a bad skill and it's very worth playing, let alone building around. Yeah. That is correct. I mean, it's literally only good against trash, unless you have the Mage Slayer set. It's Christmas in summer? I mean, technically, right, Christmas is like summer in Australia, I guess, but no, we're talking about like Northern Hemisphere summer here. Even with Mage Slayer it feels bad. I got some gloves, actually. That can be usable. And they're like worse than Justice, I guess, but they're at least like only blue, not purple, right? They have pretty low armor as well, though. Are these even like a DPS game? Plus 2 hour reckoning. I mean, it's the last 2 points, right? Like, it's just too good. Sorry. You haven't played LE in what feels like ages? You mean like you didn't play Forge Guard in ages? I'm kidding, you also played like one other god at least. I'm kidding. Craft Ember Guards until you get plus 2 hour reckoning, yeah. Just be lucky, right? Lol. Yeah, you also play like Spriggan Druid, right? Or Spriggan Shaman, I think actually. Hey Dakota, welcome on, welcome on. Irashamase. What are you playing right now in Grim Dawn? I saw you stream the other day. I forgot what you played though, which class you're playing, like what character you're playing. But yeah, glad you're liking the game again. Or like, you found time and motivation to play the game again. Even though there's like not really that much new content, at least not until the league hits. Like Resonant Prefix is good, right? Of Thorns is like not that good though. And also like why am I farming this before I'm level 100, right? Like he has a very high chance to still like give me garbage bases, right? Like this is still level 84 base. Which is why it has the same armor as my current 84 item, right? Like it's not really... Am I doing like a waste, like, am I just wasting my time right now? I think I'm literally wasting my time right now. Like, what am I doing? I could check if I have those Ember Guard, like, gauntlet blueprint. It's like a yellow blueprint, right? Like, you should get it, like, super easily. I could actually craft it a bit, maybe. I can't even craft them, never mind. I don't even have it. Do I have Stoneplate Greaves? I don't have Stoneplate Greaves either. I have Intrepid War Boots, which are like the same as Stoneplate, but just objectively worse, right? Buy the blueprint from Benevald. Bloom farming till 100. I mean, I could just do Forgotten Gods, but I mean, I kind of wanna not do that anymore right now. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna like do Forgotten Gods next time, and then like do some dungeons, and then like do some other stuff. And maybe just end the episode here for now, and then play some GRIMTOOLS and maybe like play some other stuff, or like look at some item creation for the mod, for the season I mean. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna end this episode here, and I'll see you around on YouTube on the next one as well. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube as well, and see you around.